cannot be happening. It is way too early for the twins.
Jay, I'm here for you.
Any news on Khalil Edwards?
We're just saving the best for last. Am I right?
I put a lot on the line for your dad, so where is he?
Don't wait too long to tell the person you love that you love him. Tomorrow's not guaranteed.
What happens when the people you trust the most are suddenly the ones who can hurt you the deepest? In All-American Season 8 Episode 9 titled Feel, everything is about to become much more personal, and the latest promo is already hinting that some characters are reaching a breaking point. Khalil and Jordan are still dealing with the shocking events of Saturday morning, while KJ is under more pressure than ever with the showcase getting closer. And just when everyone needs someone to stand beside them, the wrong choices could make everything even worse. Section 1. The upcoming episode of All-American is setting up a powerful combination of emotional drama, difficult choices, and problems that can no longer be ignored. The title Feel itself gives us a major clue because this episode appears to be less about hiding emotions and more about finally facing them. After everything that happened before, Khalil and Jordan are left reeling from the events of Saturday morning, and this is where things could become much more serious. Khalil has already been carrying a huge amount of pressure, especially with everything surrounding his past and the showcase, but now he is finally going to confront something that he has been trying to avoid for a long time. What makes this even more interesting is that his father and Amina are there to help him through it. Khalil has spent so much time trying to move forward without fully dealing with what happened before, but sometimes the past does not stay buried just because you refuse to talk about it. And this time it looks like Khalil will have no choice but to face the truth. The biggest question is whether confronting his past will finally give him peace, or whether it will open wounds that are much harder to control. Amina could become especially important here, because she has already shown that she is willing to stand beside Khalil when things become difficult. But helping someone through their pain is never simple, especially when that pain is connected to decisions and mistakes that cannot simply be erased. This could be one of those moments where Khalil finally understands that being strong does not always mean pretending that nothing hurts. Sometimes the hardest thing is admitting that you are hurting in the first place. And that is exactly where the title Feel becomes even more important. Meanwhile, Jordan is also dealing with the aftermath of Saturday morning, and he is going to need someone in his corner. The promo storyline points toward Jordan leaning on Cassius during this difficult time, and that could create another emotional layer to the episode. Jordan has spent so much time being the person who tries to hold everything together, whether it is for his family, his friends, or the people around him. But now the situation may be too heavy for him to handle alone. Cassius stepping in could be exactly what Jordan needs, but their relationship has already been complicated by everything that has happened around them. So the question becomes, can Jordan really trust Cassius when he is at his most vulnerable? Or could this moment create even more problems between them? One wrong conversation, one hidden truth, or one decision made under pressure could change everything. And while Jordan is trying to find support, KJ is facing a completely different kind of pressure. The showcase is getting closer, but instead of everything coming together, KJ is struggling to carry it almost by himself. That is dangerous because when someone feels like they have no other option, they can easily turn to the wrong people. And that appears to be exactly what happens with KJ. The official episode description reveals that KJ makes the mistake of leaning on the wrong people, and that one decision could become a major problem. We have already seen outside pressure building around the showcase, and Cliff has been pulling KJ toward plans that are not exactly safe or simple. KJ may believe that he is finally taking control of his own future, but there is a big difference between making your own decisions and being manipulated into making someone else's decision. This is where the episode could become especially suspenseful. KJ wants the showcase to succeed, but how much is he willing to sacrifice to make that happen? And more importantly, who is he willing to trust? Because sometimes the person offering help is not actually trying to save you. Sometimes they are simply waiting for the perfect moment to use your weakness against you. KJ is young, ambitious, and under enormous pressure, which makes him an easy target for people who know exactly what to say. If he realizes too late that he has trusted the wrong person, the damage may already be done. And while KJ is fighting his own battle, Coop is facing an emotional struggle that could put her relationship with Brianna under serious pressure. Coop has always been someone who wants to move forward, but moving forward becomes difficult when your past continues to follow you. The upcoming episode focuses on her struggle to reconcile who she used to be with the person she is trying to become. That sounds simple, but for Coop, it could be one of the hardest things she has ever had to do. Brianna wants to understand her, but understanding someone does not mean that every part of their past is easy to accept. Coop may want to build a future with Brianna, but she cannot simply erase the choices and experiences that shaped her. And if she keeps trying to protect herself by hiding behind old habits, she could end up pushing Brianna away. This could lead to some very emotional moments because Coop may finally have to answer a question she has been avoiding. Can she truly build a new life if she refuses to face the old one? The tension between Coop and Brianna could become one of the most important emotional storylines in the episode, especially because the final season is bringing these characters to moments where they can no longer avoid difficult truths. And then there is the biggest question surrounding the title Feel. Why does this episode put so much focus on emotions? The answer may be that almost every major character is being forced to stop running from what they feel. Khalil has to confront his past. Jordan needs support. KJ is desperate to keep the showcase alive. Coop is caught between her past and her future. These may look like separate stories, but underneath all of them is the same idea. Every character is carrying something they cannot keep inside forever. And when those emotions finally come out, they can either bring people closer together or completely destroy the relationships they have fought so hard to protect. That is what makes this episode feel dangerous. There is no guarantee that every conversation will end with forgiveness. There is no guarantee that every secret will stay hidden. And there is definitely no guarantee that the people who think they are helping will actually make things better. Khalil's confrontation with his past could change how he sees himself. Jordan's dependence on Cassius could test their bond. KJ's decision to trust the wrong people could put the showcase in serious danger. And Coop's struggle with Brianna could force her to choose between protecting her past and fighting for her future. The final season is now moving deeper into territory where emotional consequences matter, just as much as the external problems. The characters are not simply fighting against other people anymore. They are fighting against their own fears, regrets, mistakes, and insecurities. And that is exactly why Feel could become one of the most important episodes of this final season. Because when people finally allow themselves to feel everything they have been trying to hide, there is no telling what they will do next. Will Khalil finally find the peace he has been searching for? Will Jordan discover that Cassius can really be trusted? Will KJ realize that he has made a dangerous mistake before it is too late? And can Coop save her relationship with Brianna while still dealing with everything she has carried from her past? The answers could change the direction of these characters for the episodes ahead. One thing is certain. The pressure is rising, the showcase is getting closer, and the people at the center of this story are running out of time to keep pretending that everything is okay. Sometimes the truth hurts. Sometimes love hurts even more. But in this final season, the characters are learning that ignoring what you feel can be far more dangerous than facing it. And if this promo is giving us even a small idea of what is coming, then episode 9 may be the moment when those hidden emotions finally explode.